नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, मी प्राध्यापक उमेश जगन्नाथ तुपे आपले नेटसेट मार्गदर्शक या चॅनलमध्ये स्वागत करत आहे. प्रिव्हियस लेक्चरला आपण बेसिक टर्मिनॉलॉजी, ॲब्रिव्हिएशन्स, त्याचप्रमाणे मेमरीचे टाईप्स बघितलेत. Today we are going to start computer network. So as we know very well, there are mostly three type of computer networks: LAN, MAN, WAN. So you just remind the full forms of these three terms, like LAN. LAN stands for local area network, MAN stands for metropolitan network, and WAN stands for wide area network. And if we are consider the another features of LAN, MAN, WAN, so its area is low as compared to MAN, and the area of MAN is greater than LAN but less than WAN. So this is very also important term here. Another point you can read on screen. Then one more network is added here. That one is a PAN, and PAN stands for personal area network. Personal area network. So after that, some are related to cloud computing, that like data storage. So if I consider storage area network, that means SAN, then virtual private network, that term called as a VPN. So these two are very important terms. We can say these are the advanced terms nowadays in a NetSec syllabus. Then networking devices. So these are the basic networking devices. First is modem. Modem stands for modulator and demodulator. In another way, we can say that is the function of modem is modulation as well as demodulation. Modulation is the process in which we are transmitting low signal to far distance, that is we can say long distance, and demodulation is this opposite process of modulation. In another way, we can say the definition of modulation is it is a process in which we can transmit low frequency signal at high distance. So that term called as a modulation. The next one is a hub. Hub is a physical, we can say it is work in a physical layer. Then switch, it's work at data link layer. Then next one is a repeater, router, gateway, bridge. So these are also important. The next one, IPv4, IPv6, IPv6. These are the basically protocols in computer networks. Then unicast address, multicast address. Then if I consider some data communication techniques, so there are basically four techniques are included. Simplex is a one-way communication like a radio. Half duplex is a bidirectional, that means both directional. We can send data but at once, that means first transmit data, then receiver give feedback to the transmitter. Then full duplex stand for we can transmit data in both direction simultaneously. So this is a basic difference between half duplex and full duplex. Half duplex it's at once, and full duplex is a both side but simultaneously. And sometimes only duplex terminology are included. Duplex means bidirectional. The next point is network topology. These are the basic network topology like bus topology, star topology, ring topology, mesh topology, and tree topology. You can see the structure of this topology respectively on screen. Also, their features like if I consider bus topology, then every computer and network device is connected to a single cable. Then star topology like that. Then hybrid topology. Hybrid topology is a combination of any two or more topology in such a way that the resulting network does not exhibit one of the standard topology. Then cloud computing. Cloud computing, it is a type of internet-based computing that provides shared computer process resources and data to computer and other devices on demand. Cloud computing is the most important concept nowadays in IoT, that means Internet of Things. So we can save data in a specific virtual memory, that term called as a cloud. Like we are storing our data on Gmail. So that Gmail data stored in the form of cloud computing. So public cloud, so our own operated companies that offer rapid access over a public network to affordable computing resources. Like nowadays every smartphone considers their own cloud, like MI, Samsung cloud. So they provided their own virtual memory in this system. Then a private cloud, similarly a hybrid cloud. Then Google Drive, you know very well, nowadays everyone uses Google Drive to save their data on cloud. So these are some specifications of Google Drive. So next point is domain type. Basically this type of domains mostly used, like COM, edu, we can say com, .com, .edu, .gov, .mil, .net, .org. So the full form of these types of domain always used in NetSet exam. So if I consider COM, so we can say this website is available for commercial and profit organization. If edu, that means educational, like colleges, university. Gov, it's a government agency. MIL, it's a US military site. Then net, that means internet infrastructure and service provider. Then org stands for this one, it's a non-profit organization. Next point is based on extension. We know that in the computer, Microsoft Office Word, Microsoft Office Excel, such a type of tools are available. So we have to need to remember the extension of these files with respect to their years, because as per changing year, there is extension is also changed as per new version. So let's see how extension is represented in for MS Word, MS Excel as well as PowerPoint. So by .doc or .docx, these are the file extensions for MS Word. Then MS Excel, the extension is .xls or .xlsx. Then if I consider PowerPoint, so .ppt, .pptx, .pps or .ppsx. These are the extensions for this. If I say PDF file, so .pdf. Similarly, you can learn, you can see the different extensions for JP, like for pictures, images, for like example JPG, JPEG. So these are also very important. You can also remember the extension of music file, that like .mp3, audio video .mp4. So this is also very important here. Now we are going to start very important point. We can say it's a very important point. At least one question should be asked on this topic. So this is a processor, or we can say memory units. So the basic unit of memory is bit, and bit stand for binary digits. It may be 0 or 1, not both simultaneously. This is very important. 0 or 1, either 1 or 0. So this stands for bit. So we can say that 0 is 1 bit or 1 is 1 bit. So 0 or 1, and that bit stands for binary digit. Basically the concept of bit is a high level or it may be low level. If I consider high level, so it should represent in the form of 5 volt, and if we are considered low, that means 0, so it's maybe ground or 0. Then 4 bit is equivalent to 1 nibble. So group of 4 bit, it may be 0 0 0 0 till 1 1 1 1. So there are 4 0 or 4 1 randomly, so that term called as a 4 bit. It's equivalent to 1 nibble. Then 8 bits stand for 1 byte. So we can, another way we can say 1 byte consists 8 bit. One word consists 16 bits. One double word consists 32 bits. Then 1 kilobyte means 1024 bytes. Then next one is 1 megabyte is equivalent to 1024 kilobytes. In another way we can say that 1 MB is equivalent to 1024 KB. 1 GB is equivalent to 1024 MB. 1 TB is equivalent to 1024 GB, like that. So you should remember this term in the form of their increasing order, like a bit, nibble, byte, word, double word, KB, MB, GB, TB, PB, EB, ZB, YB, BB, and then what's last one is a 1 job byte. So remember this term. There is no need to remember these terms. You can remember still ZB, this is sufficient, or last one is YB for net and set examination. Here one most important point is that you should remember 1 KB means 1000 bytes memory capacity. Here one most important point is that if I consider 1024 kilobytes, so it's equal to 2 raised to 10. If I consider 1024 megabyte, so it's equal to 2010. Similarly for gigabyte 2 raised to 30, terabyte 2 raised to 40, petabyte 2 raised to 50, hexabyte 2 raised to 60. In another way we can say that kilobyte in the form of 1000, megabyte in the form of million, gigabyte in the form of billion, terabyte in the form of trillion, petabyte in the form of quadrillion, like that. Then next one, basic of audio and video conferencing. So when a number of participants of a meeting use telephonic instruments to communicate with each other, then it is known as audio conferencing. So it's a one type of digital platform to communicate people with respective video as well as audio. The most important point here, so many times find odd man out, such a type of questions asked in examination, and these most popular video conferencing software or sometimes nowadays apps name are given, and we have to find odd man out. So just remember, these are the most popular video conferencing softwares like Skype, Zoom, Cisco, WebEx, GoToMeeting, Link, Workplace by Facebook. So these are very important. Remember these terms. Now this is the last and new topic in ICT. So that one is a digital initiative in higher education through NME ICT. So this is totally based on governance and you can say using ICT. So there are so many points are included. So first we have to remember the full form of NME ICT. So the full form of NME ICT is National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. So this thing work on under MHRD. MHRD stands for Ministry of Human Resource Development. That stands for MHRD. So MHRD is responsible for overall development of the basic infrastructure of higher education sector, both in terms of policy and planning. Under a planned development process, the department look after expansion of access and quality improving in the higher education through world-class university, colleges and other institutions through various digital initiatives in higher education. So here the most important point is that you should remember MHRD is the most important body, or we can say parameter in the higher education sector. So MHRD decided the different type of planning for higher education in different colleges and universities as well as private institutes. So to expand the higher education sector in all modes of delivery to increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education to 15% by 2011 to 2012 to 21% by 2016 to 2017 and 30% by the year of 2020. So this 30% is very important here. If such type of questions is asked on the basis of GER, so you should remember 30% in the year 2020. So the aims rise the GER in the higher education. For that purpose, some physical expansion of some such facility like infrastructure, human resource and IT facilities are provided. That purpose, the mission that we can say they improve the quality of education ICT to translate the power of IT into expand learning opportunity. The National Mission on Education through ICT, that means that term is a NME ICT was launched. So this is the main purpose. These are the main aims to launch NME ICT. These are the above points are very important. These points may be asked in the form of CSAT on the basis of NME ICT. So you should remember these above these points. Then over the last 5 years, the NME ICT has made significant gain by development of IT interventions that have potential to change the higher education scenario over the period of time. NME ICT has made significant gain by developing IT innovations have potential to change the higher education scenario. So there are few points related with NME ICT. So read this, and here most important point, that is a T10KT. T10KT. So that T10KT stands for 10,000 teachers. So that term called as a T10KT, and this mission is launched under MHRD with the help of NPTEL and IIT Kharagpur under the NME ICT. So remember, this is depend on, or we can say in this T10KT, the pedagogy research virtual laboratory are the major projects or major points are included. So you can read the term T10KT. So here IIT Kharagpur takes a major role in implementing the objective of the nation missions. Under the NME ICT, IIT Kharagpur is executing 10,000 teachers national program on teacher enhancement learning on the topic pedagogy research and virtual laboratory. These are the main major tasks, or we can say projects. So let's start T10KT. So we will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you.